Cat in the box.
Board. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Mix It Up podcast. I am Mike. That is Nick. We got a special guest this week. He's back. He's probably going to do a monthly segment, so I keep talking to him about it. But it's Malarsic. Malarsic gets back on the show. Mike, welcome.
What's up, everybody? No Redskin hat today because last time I was on the show, it was because we're going to the new name brand, Commanders, which I don't want to discuss that and get into that, but whatever.
We're not.
We're getting into it. We're getting into it because as soon as Mike introduced you, I was going to say, "Where's your stupid hat?" And then I was like, "We have to talk about We have to talk about."
It's here. It's here. I can get it, but no.
Are you
Hey,
gonna wear?
buddy.
Are you gonna wear Commanders
My
gear?
nephew got me that hat, and yet my friends still make fun of me. And I've told them numerous times that it's from my nephew, and he's little. Can we not? And yet you guys, like, it's like I wear it because of him. I get it. It's not the best looking hat in the world, and it probably wouldn't wear. If I have to wear it out in the world, I don't know if I would, because everyone would think I'm Russian or something like that with that hat.
When your
that look.
when your nephew turns like 21 and he can take a joke, I'm gonna tell him that's the ugliest hat he ever bought you.
You can take a joke now, but
No, you got to, Mike. When he,
I don't want to make him sad.
You got to hand it to him and say, "Now you wear it. Now it's your time. You got the juice now." See what he does.
You know what's funny?
You got the juice.
He's got like our kind of charm. Rocco actually said it the other day, and he goes, he acts just like you. Like if you break his balls and it's like something he gets like, it gets thick, he just attacks you. I've done it where he's attacked. I'm like, all right, man, stop. And he does MMA, so his punches are starting to get really good. Like, I'm like, yo, man, they're not normal little, like, like little kid punches where you're like, all right, stop it, you silly little bastard.
Lars,
And he goes for the nuts.
Why does it always seem like you're in like the red light district?
Because it's my look. It's my area. We're in the dungeon. This is what I do.
But your
looks like
fucking room changes colors every fucking 2 seconds.
I think it's a good look. It's like, you
It
guys have your thing.
It looks
Train
like you're on
away
the.
from dumbass Nick hats all the time. They haven't been good in 20
Shut
years.
up. It looks like you're outside of a disco bar, like waiting in line to like get in.
Yeah.
I gotta pee.
Or you've just been kidnapped by ISIS and shit, and they're waiting to cut your head off.
Do they still exist?
Why would his room turn color? Why the fuck would his room turn color in that situation?
I think I didn't even try to do that with the coloring thing, but it's actually, I thought it was a better look, but yet somehow you guys would make fun of me no matter what.
Yeah.
If ISIS kidnapped Malarzik after fucking 5 minutes, the head of ISIS would be like, "Get him the fuck out."
They would return me.
I don't know what he's saying, but he won't shut the fuck up. He's got to say something. I don't understand.
They'll blow their own heads off.
That would be hilarious. American got returned. They don't
Return to sender. Like, yo, take them back, please. We had enough.
Fucking.
You know what's funny? I wanted to stay, but they didn't want me no more.
The food was great.
Why can't this baby faced man grow a beard? He's been here for 5 years.
That is true. You know what's crazy is that my brothers, they must have like the Italian side because they get hairy like a son of a bitch. Paulie too, but like me, I got no hair. Like it's like me. That's why when we were young, nobody ever realized like that we were brothers. They were like, "Yo, you guys are brothers?" I'm like, yeah. I guess we look different.
No, you kind of all look the same. I definitely knew you were brothers. Like I didn't even know you, when I was walking up the block dominating on the basketball court, I'm like, yeah, they're related. All three of them.
Trina has these dreams of being a basketball star.
But hey, listen, we got to get into these topics, Lars. Again, basketball
God,
will
we
be
can
one
do
of
a
them.
segment on your game.
We'll get there. Nick, what topics we got going on this week?
We got Juwan Howard punch in college basketball, whatever that means. Another Epstein jailed person commits suicide. Surprise, no cameras working in prison again.
I'm surprised.
My favorite movie of all time, maybe a top 3 list.
That's a good question.
People being forced into getting vaccines, and then the mandate is uplifted. Crime just going through the fucking roof, and I'd love to talk about the Commanders. I'd love it. So, Malarzik, your pick, bro. Which one you want to go with first?
I don't know. You got some good ones. You know what?
It is the
Save
mix it up.
the Michigan one for later. The celebrity. Should we do the celebrity thing now, or maybe a little bit? Because that's like a little.
I don't even think we mentioned celebrities.
I don't think anybody
He did.
mentioned
He said top
celebrity.
3. Oh no, movies. I'm sorry, top 3 movies. My fault.
You're on the wrong show, Velozic. Do they have you?
Hold on, I'm doing 2 shows at a time. Hold on.
The terrorists. They fuck with
Yeah,
you.
by the way, Tommy texted me today, and he's very upset right now that he's not on the show today.
Oh, he could have came by. I told him anytime he wanted to
He
come.
had some new commentary that he had wanted to discuss. You know what I mean? But I was like,
Hey, listen, I did tell him anytime he wants to come on the podcast again. I don't know if he felt comfortable or not, but I'm like, anytime you want to come on, you come
I
on.
loved it.
That's it.
He
Just like
loved it.
text me and come on,
Everybody's
Tommy.
awesome.
Whenever you want to come on, you come on. You don't have to come on with Malarzik.
You know what's funny? He talked to me he texted me this afternoon, and I haven't heard from him in a few hours. So I guess his wife got home. So we don't know. We might have MIA missed report.
He just Malarzik. Tommy just ghosted you. That's all he did. He just left you. He left the conversation.
The last thing he left me was a message that said, "Just do it, man." You know what I mean? Like, have a kid. It's okay. That's awesome. Don't, I'm 50-50. He goes, well, I'm 80-20 on the marriage thing. I don't know if you want to do that, but get some girl pregnant. That was his advice today.
Yeah, that's the perfect advice. Just get your kid, because this is the best situation. So like now my kid is going to go spend half the time with her, and then I get half a week to just do whatever I want. That's the perfect situation. You don't have to live in the same house. You don't have to you don't have to be married. You just like, yo, you take the kid Monday through Wednesday. I got a weekend, a party this week. It's the perfect situation. Whoever made this marriage bullshit up is dumb.
Dude, you get half the kid, and she gets half of your fucking paycheck.
Oh yeah,
that's what sucks. We're all equal now. What the hell happened?
I'd rather keep the money, take the kid. I'll see him in 20 years.
I can't see Trader married. Not that you wouldn't be a good husband. It's just that you like your time by yourself.
Not that you wouldn't be a good husband, Mike.
Well, one thing he doesn't do. I don't know if he would do this with the girl. Probably would, because he just hates answering his phone. Which drives me nuts about Mike or anybody is when you're texting me and I know you're behind the phone and I call you and you won't fucking pick up. It's like I'm not here no more. Like what? You just texted me.
Do you have any idea why that is, Mike?
Yeah, no, I know. You never want to talk to me. I get it. I know who I am, Nick. I know who I am. I don't get hurt.
Don't you realize? Don't you realize when you texted somebody, like you might be doing other things when you're texting, like then you can't spend fucking 45 minutes on the telephone like little high school girls. Like I can't do that, bro. We're men. We need to text each other like men. We don't go to bed like fucking go on the fucking bed and call each other up on the telephone and talk about fucking girls and shit. Like, what are we doing here?
I don't want a long conversation with you, but maybe
just
once
text
in a blue.
I could be like, yo, yeah, I banged her. Yeah, went out. That's it. That's all you need to know.
If I was dying, if I got stabbed and robbed, I would have to show you a picture that I got stabbed and robbed in front of you, send it to you, and maybe you would answer the phone.
I need video.
I always tell you, I don't care about like all the time. I get it. You don't want to pick up. That's fine. But emergencies, like once in a while, like, yo, and you still won't pick up. You're like, I'm watching a Knick game.
Well, text me 911.
Here.
That's you. You text me 911. Then I'm like, all right, I'll call him.
You know what's funny?
But don't abuse 911.
And everybody asked me the other day when I bitched about this. The trader, he goes like this, and I said, you know, when's the last time the trader picked up his phone or talked to me? He goes, what? When we had to go pick his fucking car up. That is a trainer dick move.
And both of you guys helped me out with my car and with rides. So thank you again. I appreciate you.
Yes. And I told the story back. I told everybody, I said, yo, trainer was nice. We really didn't have to go. He took me some upstate deli, got me a sandwich. The only crazy thing is when I looked to go grab a bag of chips and soda, he was like, oh, he made a face.
Yeah, fuck out of here. It's like
yo,
$8 more.
He's like, it's a fucking 50-cent chip bag, dude.
You're paying for your own chips, bitch.
Yeah. This sandwich was on him, but that's it.
Yeah.
It's the way it is, bro.
Oh man, it was so funny. He didn't. Yo, Trader's the best because he won't say it, but you read it right off his face. He's like, "Oh, you're getting chips."
Hey, listen. Are we on the topic yet?
No.
Yeah.
Well, I said
top,
three
top
movies.
three movies. Top
I
three
wanna-
movies. Melarzik, go.
Can we do top 5? Because that's like really hard.
No, top 3. You don't change the rules. This is our
Top
fucking
3 movies
podcast.
of like what? Comedy? Like, do we
Anything.
break
No,
this up?
top 3. Listen.
Anything.
I have my top 3. They'll never be surpassed ever. I know what they are.
You think so?
I stand by my
You
fucking
think,
top.
Nick, there'll never be a movie that you just said? Yo, by the way, I watched it. It was pretty good. The Ghostbusters Afterlife. You made me
It was
watch
good.
it.
Yeah.
It was pretty good. It was different style, but it was good. I liked how they brought it. Yo, you didn't tell me there was like a choked up moment at the end of the.
Hey, don't ruin it. Spoiler alert,
cried.
Blog. I didn't see it yet.
I cried throughout the whole movie, bro. All little nostalgia things.
Oh.
I was like,
To the end, I was like, what the hell? No.
Is that your top movie, Blossing? Is that your top 3?
No.
All right,
way,
then get into
no.
your top 3 then.
Oh, this is a good question.
I asked this question
I'm
about
gonna have
8
a
hours
funny
ago,
one. I'm
so you
gonna
have
have-
plenty of time.
I will say one I will put on this. I will put one on this because I think it's one of the best movies. I just like the lines in it and everything. Tombstones. Tombstones is a great movie.
that's on my list. That's on my
Wow.
list.
Yeah. That movie is awesome.
I still haven't seen it yet.
Oh my
You're
god.
crazy. That movie is unbelievable. I'm not gonna put. I won't put Heat on it, but I did like the Heat, not the one with the one with De Niro and Pacino. I love that, but I'm not gonna put that one on. But like that's a go on. I gotta have a comedy one because I love to laugh. Oh shit! What you know? What something was it? Would that be the funniest one I ever saw? Something about Dumb and Dumber was funny, but something about Mary was like I don't know what it is. Warren the retard. It gets to me. It gets to me every time. And everyone
That's on
thinks
my
I'm messed
list.
up in the head.
That's on my list, Blossing. You got
I'm
one
gonna
of
put
mine.
yeah, because something about
Something about
Mary.
Mary.
Like, it was, I that movie's so funny that like there's very few movies that like honestly I remember when I watched it and who I watched it with that my jaw was hurting like like when you left like 20 minutes in and I was like I don't know if I can make the rest of the movie. It's gonna be funny like this because like dude, it hurts so much like and maybe this I still say these stupid lines like you see my baseball like I love that little line.
It was fucking great. Yeah, the best when fucking what's his name? Fucking lifted up his earmuffs and he just fucking punched him in the throat real quick when he's on the steps. Yeah, I laughed so hard, man, when he did that.
And then he picks him up and spins him.
With his stupid teeth, he's like, "Hey, Warren," and then he's like, "Bah!"
Yo, he's
right
so
there.
happy. He's like,
Fucking
you
great.
got my baseball? You got
He's
my
like-
baseball?
Freaking beats.
Yo, it's funny because like, not to be like a dick, but I like we've all hung out with like like I remember one time like a friend of mine's cousin was mentally repaired or whatever they call it. Like you know what I mean?
Mentally
So-
repaired.
Well, I'm trying to say it in a nice way, like you know what I mean, so nobody gets fucking mad at me.
That's a great
Special.
way. Hey, you're mentally repaired now. Like, you're not mentally
You
retarded.
need to
You're
get
mentally
fixed a little
repaired.
bit.
It's like you used to be retarded, but now you're mentally repaired, so you're in better shape.
Yeah,
And that's
You-
a better way of saying that word.
I don't know.
Just
if
say
it
he's
is.
retarded.
It's
Move
my
on.
thought that I thought it would be, and you totally made me look like a dick now. But
Otherwise, it would be impaired, not repaired.
well, I think they're better than the retards back in the day. They're getting better.
They are. They're more like, I think there's more like schools and opportunities for them to be like, get it like better, like, like understanding and shit. Like, you know what I mean? There's more, I think there's more programs for them to
It
learn.
might be, but like one thing that like it's the same thing with Warren when you saw his face. I remember like this cousin was like she was like driving. She's like, well, talk to him. I was like, I know what to make this guy happy because all mentally impaired people love that I know from my knowledge is talk about wrestling. If you talk about wrestling, their faces light up like a fucking Christmas tree. Like they're like, what? And I said it. I said, yo, you watch wrestling? He goes, what? Like his dick got hard. Like,
Hanging and banging, brother.
and he loved every minute of it. And that's like that's the thing with Warren when he made that thing when he like, I got your baseball, and he was like, you found my baseball? He was playing a video game. He's like, you found my baseball? I love the part. He's like, what was the other part? He goes, no, the best part the first time I saw it, I didn't even know he was saying this when he was coming out from his dick thing, and he goes, he was masturbating. I didn't even know he was telling the crowd he was masturbating. Oh my God. If that happened to any of us, I'm moving. There's no way I'm living here no more.
He pulled the bean above the Franks. This shit was fucking hysterical, man. The fucking fireman showed up out the window. Like, it's just, terrific fucking movie. But that
was the funniest.
That's number 2. That's number 2. You need one more.
Woo. Shit, what's a great movie? You know what? Ooh. I'm going to go. Wow, there's so many. But, like, you know what? I'm going to go back in the day. Godfather. Godfather is really good. It's very well made. Like, I'm switching up. Like, there's so many other ones you could pick. But, like, I was like, you know what? It's there's so many. Like, I was like, Grease? No. I hate that movie when people are like, nah, you know.
Yeah, they're dancing and shit. They used to force us to watch Grease in grade school every year. The girls always used to sweat it, and the guys would be like, "What is this trash?" Like, like we don't want to watch this. Like, can we go like play dodgeball or something? Like rip each other's heads off? We got to stay inside and watch Grease.
Grease is good.
I feel like
Grease is the word, bro. Grease is the fucking word.
Yeah, well, when you're in a relationship, they love it because you have to watch it. It's like the number one movie. It's like the number one Guido movie ever. Like my brother would always be like, his friends are older, like they would be like, "Yeah, man, we're watching Grease tonight." I'm like, "You guys are a bunch of fags." Like,
We're watching.
Like Grease. He would. Obviously, I love my brother Ray, but he would watch all the shows. Like, dude, I remember working with him, and we would get home for oh God, what was that show with the basketball thing? Orange was it Orange County? Something like that was it was like a 90210, but like the next generation of ones.
The OC?
Oh, was it OC? No, what was the one with the kid was playing basketball and the both of them, and they were brothers but stepbrothers or whatever. It would be on at like 2:30 in the afternoon, like, and he's like, "Yo, we gotta get home."
I don't know. I forgot, man.
Oh, you know it. Yo, actually, the funniest part is Mikey, who we all know from the bartenders. I go to his brother's birthday party one time, and he's got the basketball shirt that was the kid wears, and his name's Scott on the show, right? And I'm like,
One Tree Hill. One Tree Hill.
That's it. Right? The black.
Never saw it. Never saw it in my life.
You're such a liar. You know about it.
I just looked it up.
I didn't know about it.
I just looked it up, Mike.
Who's watching that trash?
Like, like my brother would watch Melrose Place. He would watch 90210, but this was the next one of like the thing, the One Tree Hill. So I come to Kyle's party, and I'm outside, so Mike has to meet me outside because I don't know where the house is to park. He comes out, he's got the One Tree Hill Scott jersey basketball on. I'm like, oh shit, would you find that in your thing back in the day when you had it? He goes, no, bro. He's like, I bought this like 2 weeks ago. I was like, you faggot bought the Tree Hill. You are a 27-year-old guy. And he goes, what? It's not hot? I'm like, no, you're weird. Whatever.
Yeah, so but that shit wasn't on at fucking 2:30. But that's your top 3. I'm gonna take.
No, it wasn't that show.
No, but I know, but you went into the top 3 movies of all time. I'm gonna take something about Mary off my list since you picked it, so I'll pick something different. But Nick, do you want to go first?
No, you can go.
Well, I'm gonna go with my top 3. It's gonna be The Naked Gun. I love the fucking Naked Gun movies.
You have a fucked up sense of humor.
Dude, it's my nerfy life. You know, I'm picking 3 comedies. You know, pretty much.
You're like Hot Shots.
And one of them's gonna be like, Hot Shots Part Dukes.
So stupid. My brother loves those movies.
All those movies were the stupid movies, like The Naked Gun, just crack me up. Like I
Airplane,
that movie.
And Don't Call Me Shirley.
But yeah, that shit was good. But I would say that one, number 1. Number 2 would be fucking, believe it or not, Groundhog Day with Bill Murray. That is such a good fucking movie. It's funny. It's like a romantic comedy. So I kind of get cheesy about it, like watching that movie, because I had a big crush on Andie MacDowell. She was so hot. She played Bill Murray's fucking like lover or whatever in the movie. Like he was sweating her and he finally got her.
That is your.
She's hot. She's cute. She's definitely cute.
She's cute.
she has that hot cuteness. That's what it is. If you're really cute,
Yeah, you
you're
like
hot.
that. That one is
The
like
two-
gonna go to church 24/7.
If you're like hot, just way
Hot to
too
me
hot.
is like ass. Titty.
I don't like the too hot. You have to be cute because that's hot to me. You know what I mean? But anyway, let's get off
Yeah.
that fucking shit.
She'll make you some of this Irish oatmeal.
Dude, she is very, very scary right now. I just looked her up.
I don't want to look at her now. I'm talking about 1993 when Groundhog Day was at its peak. I used to every time Groundhog Day is on, I fucking watch that movie, man. So
You touched
fucking
yourself
good.
to that fucking movie, you sick fuck.
It was just a nice, heartwarming fucking movie. Like they don't make those movies a lot anymore. You
That would
never
be a
see
weird
this shit.
moment coming over. Like,
It-
dude,
Instead you see fucking like the housewives, the real housewives of fucking God knows where with their fake lips arguing
oh, they're
about
retarded,
like
too.
they're arguing about dumb
I
shit
like
like
all natural.
what are you
I
wearing,
agree
Vera
with you.
Wang and fucking Heidi Chung, whatever. The fuck, man. It's weird now. It's fucking weird what they Yo, you watch that fucking movie, but yeah, it's good, man. It's a nice, wholesome fucking movie,
All
man.
right.
There's
Yeah,
more people should watch.
I don't know if I would put that as top 3, but all right.
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, that's my fucking top 2. And then my last one is
I don't
fucking
even think it's Bill Murray's best movie, but all right.
this one. It was gonna be something about Mary, but I'll throw this on. This made my list since you took something about Mary. It's My
Yeah,
Blue
that's
Heaven.
something new.
My Blue Heaven, I thought was the most
That's a
funniest
hysterical movie.
fucking
Now you got
movie.
something.
Steve Martin, man, with him, his hair fucking all
You
spiked
just
up,
saw
looking
that
mad
the other day,
Italian.
you fuck. You
No.
definitely saw it.
I know, I haven't seen it in a while, but the funniest thing when he went up to that girl in the supermarket in the frozen food aisle, he's like, "You
The
don't
melt
belong in
stuff?
here." She's like, "Why not?" Because you can melt all this stuff. Like, it was the funniest fucking line.
He had the whole movie had jokes like that.
Yeah, it was
I like
just
the
good.
part. You know what part was funny in that? When the DA girl was like trying to hit him, she's like, well, why do you have all these books? In case I want to read it more than once.
He had the same book because he had the same
That's
book
a
in the
funny
truck.
joke to say to people. Like, why do you have cases of books? In case I want to read it more than once. Like,
It's fucking terrific, man. But that's my top 3. Of course, they're all fucking cheesy fucking comedies and shit, man. Right?
I'll give you my
that's
Blue
me.
Heaven. That's a funny undercover movie. Like, it really is.
It's great. Anytime that's on, I watch that shit too, man. That's how I can tell. I know I like a movie.
That's the thing. It has to be a movie. And then when they go, it has to be something that you like, no matter what you see, like, shit, I can't, motherfucker, now I gotta watch this. Like Rocky. Not all the Rockies,
yeah.
'cause some of them were whack, but Rocky, is another one.
Like
How many
4.
times we were on vacation and we sat there and watched the Rocky marathon? Like, all right, guys, somebody jump in the shower. We gotta go the fuck out. Like,
It happens. Nick,
Yeah.
what about you, man? What's your top 3 movies?
Well, number 1, I just looked up Annie McDowell, and then I saw her daughters. Her daughters are fucking hot. One of them's real hot. Rainey, her name is Rainey Qualley. The other one's pretty too, but this girl's fucking smoking hot. Holy shit. But anyway.
how old are they?
Old enough to party, I'd imagine. They look like they're in their 20s, maybe even 30s. I don't know.
There you go, Trader. There
I'm
you
looking
go.
up. Get on that
I'm
Rainey Qualley.
Yeah, I'm looking it up right now, man. Hold on.
So hot. Oof. All right. So my top 3 movies.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Smoke Show.
Oh
Top
my
3
God.
movies. Ready? Jurassic Park, Tombstone, and Gladiator. My top 3.
Take
But
Tombstone
Gladiator's a
off.
great one.
You
That's a
got to
great
take
one.
Tombstone off because Mellerzo picked it.
I'll take Tombstone off and I'll replace it with
Gladiator is a great pick.
Gladiator is
shit.
good.
I had one that I would replace it with because I was thinking of replacing it. What the
Which
fuck?
Jurassic Park? There's 27 of them.
Jurassic Park 1.
The original.
Love
bro.
it.
What
gonna
year is
go-
that? The 95 one?
No, 93. I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with. I guess I gotta go one of the Rockies, right? No, I don't want to go with one of the Rockies though. I guess maybe
That's
I'll
fine.
throw like
Dumb and Dumber.
no way. Maybe
Ace
I'll throw
Ventura.
like Braveheart into it or something like that. I'm going.
Oh,
I'm
that's
going
a great
Braveheart.
one.
Yeah.
Shit. I should have used that as a top 3. What did I use as my third one? Godfather? Ooh, they're both good.
Yeah.
Godfather 1, I'm saying. 2 is good.
Yeah.
3, no.
I can't sit down and really watch those movies. Like when they're on, I'm like, fuck no. Like not that they're not great. They're great. They're classic movies. I just don't want to watch it.
I've seen it enough. Like, you know what it is? It's so long that like I'll admit like especially if it's on the fucking regular TV with commercials, like, yo, man, I'm not gonna be here 6 hours. Like, you know what I mean? I'm like,
Melissa, when you watch a movie like at your house, like at your home, like like a movie's gonna come on at 9, you're gonna watch. Do you go all out? Do you get like popcorn and shit? You pour it in a bowl? Do you get soda? Do you just go all out?
no.
You just whatever you're doing, you're just doing.
Yeah.
It don't matter.
I don't eat.
No, I'm just saying, like, is that because people are like that? Some people be like, all right, it's movie night. Let's get the popcorn and the chips. I remember doing that when I was a kid.
We used to do stuff like that. My mom would, or like, they would make popcorn or like a special night, not even all the time.
Used to be like Sunday night when Fraggle Rock was on.
Like, no, not Fraggle. We didn't have Fraggle Rock because we didn't have cable. You were that piece of shit at school talking about that goddamn cartoon.
Yeah, I always just blow that up to people that didn't have
cable. Didn't come to us for a long time.
Yeah, dude, I felt bad for you guys.
We heard about it. We heard about it, but we were like, we didn't believe it was true.
I used to go into.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
I used to go into school, like seeing all the fucking little kids, like not having cable, and I used to fucking rile them up, man. Like, yo, Fraggle Rock, you missed it, bro. It's the best.
You know what hurt the most?
Fuck, I'm not gonna say it. I'm just not even gonna say it because it's not a good thing to say anyway. So forget about it.
Just say it.
I'm not saying it.
Blurt it out, man. I'll blurt it out. I'll blurt it out.
I'm not saying it. No, it's not something that needed to be blurted out. I'm just holding it in now.
Like a fart.
I don't.
It eventually come out, bro.
What?
It'll eventually come out. You hold it.
Yeah, it's gotta come out. No, you just can't say something like
it.
that.
I'm not saying it. I'm not saying it.
Now you pissed off the viewers. Like, yo, I really wanted to know what he fucking said, man. I wanted to know. Good. I'm listening to this fucking podcast and he won't fucking say it.
Because it's not gonna hit anymore. It was a joke. And you know when like the time
passed.
If it wasn't hit right then,
it's over.
It's gonna be fucking terrible. So that was it.
I got you. I got you.
That's better. Yeah, don't say
it.
Yeah. So you know what hurt with me with cable is that like when most people had it, you didn't mind because you're like, oh man, when it was my friends like Raz or something that had immigrant parents, and you're like, how the fuck did you get cable? You don't have anything.
we paid for it, you fucking
No, but like he would not even have toys growing up. He would steal my G.I. Joes. I'm like, you piece of shit. Like that's another subject. But he told us at a party one time when we were older girls, he goes, you remember that Snake Eyes? We were like, yo, me and my brother were like all ears, like, yeah. And he goes, and everyone's like, yeah, it was so long ago. I was like, no, let him speak. You took it. I knew you took it. Like
Snake Eyes was
couldn't find that guy for years. We thought he died.
Dude, you know G.I. Joes, obviously. I have a few of my favorite G.I. Joes, I'm not gonna lie. But do you know what your favorite G.I. Mine was the parachute. Do you remember the parachute guy? He was dressed in like an orange vest and gray.
Yeah.
He's my fucking favorite. I love that guy.
I like Snake Eyes because he looked cool and the White Ninja looked cool. What was the the worst was like your friends like Joe or something like that. They were like, yeah, this is what dudes got sick with it. Like Jane or G.I. Jane. Like, do you play with G.I. Jane? Like, no, dude, it's a G.I. Joe. We're kids.
I don't play with G.I. Jane. I fuck G.I. Jane and fucking G.I. Joe and parachute guy and other guy and other G.I. Joe guy.
I will shit you not.
Shipwrecked and
I remember this girl that like I used to date, and then I saw her out one time, right? And we were out at some bar, and I seen it, and she had on pigtails with a G.I. Jane outfit, with like what was those shorts?
That's
back
slutty.
Daisy Duke shorts.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, I couldn't even hold it in. I told her like in the first 10 minutes we were drinking, I was like, I whispered in the ear, I was like, I'm gonna fuck this shit out of you tonight. Like this is like a fantasy of mine that you have. And she's like laughing, like they always like, when they like it and they giggle, you're so stupid, you're sick. Yeah, I was serious. I did that night because I was like, you can't get away from me with that outfit. That's why they wear the things they do, which we love. Don't get me wrong, I love it. You know what I mean? It's awesome. Like I have more in my head that I want to do, but whatever. Who knows if I do it or not?
I could see you being like, remember that? I think it was the movie Scary Movie with one of the Wayans brothers. He had his girlfriend dress up in like a complete football outfit with like the helmet, the shoulder pads, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna fuck you," you know?
Yeah. Oh, tackle me.
Oh, that was a good fucking flick.
I will this. I do want to do this. If I do get married or the next girlfriend I do want not the football pets, but I do want to like one of my fantasies is to put a Redskin jersey on or nothing else, just jersey, and come to the bedroom, boo boo. That is hot. That is fucking hot. Because girls look hot in a jersey. They look hot in a lot of
any NFL gear, and like even like a giant T-shirt, man, they fucking look sweet.
Yeah, you're just like, ooh. What's
something about that.
there?
It's like that Alyssa Milano look when she's sporting all those fucking NFL teams and shit. Like she looks fucking hot, man.
And I got a new movie that I won't put on the list, but it should be old school too. Old school is hilarious.
Oh yeah.
The very beginning, right?
The dark. The dark part is hysterical. That might be the funniest shit I ever saw in my life.
You're crazy.
Is this bad?
Is this bad?
Because those are the type of friends we hung out with. Those are the type of people we hang out with in our friends, and these dumb things would happen. Not that like you're like, dude, what happened? He's like, is the horse race? Like, no.
I could see one of my friends shooting you in the neck. Milars are gonna be like, yes, that's awesome.
That would happen. You're like, oh my god, no, he's fine. Is this bad?
It'll wear off.
We already had friends that shrieked. We know people that we know who it is. Who actually, we have to get him on the show, Frankie, because he's very upset that he was not asked by you or Nick.
Oh, Frankie wants to come on. He's a listener.
Yes. And he said, what the fuck bullshit is that?
I love that, Frankie. Frankie,
Frankie
love to have you on here, Frankie.
Absolutely.
I don't even have your phone number, Frankie, but that's no excuse because I do follow you on all forms of social media. So I guess that's no excuse. But also, I don't ask anybody to come on.
Yeah, they usually ask us. People reach out to us.
Yeah.
He was
now he's coming on for sure. We got to get him on.
He goes, all the things I do. He goes, I just streaked in a deli with the Ohio State, Michigan video, which he had out. And he said, Instagram took it down. They were like,
Frankie don't need just like a podcast. He needs to do like what me and Nick used to do with like all the skits and run different skits.
Yeah.
He'd be definitely good at like doing that kind of shit.
You don't even have to run a skit for him. Just let him just open the cage and let him go.
Maybe I'll wait. Yeah, I'm gonna wait to when Frankie comes on to tell the story about what he did to me at Conrad's wedding. Okay.
Oh no, tell that story. That's funny. I was with you. I was sitting next to you.
I mean, well,
That was me too.
It was you too.
Oh, not Conrad's wedding. It was somebody else's thing.
No, it was Conrad's. It was up at Route 6
I wasn't there.
Baypack.
That one I wasn't there. You're right.
Yeah, so I'll tell Nick real quick. Nick, like, so we're in they're doing the prenuptials and shit. Like they're saying like, yeah, the I do's and shit. Conrad and his wife, and Frankie's like sitting right next to me, and all of a sudden he opens up his camera roll, and he nudges me on my fucking shoulder. He's like, yo, look, and it's fucking Frankie dressed up as a fucking bunny in a fucking pink bunny outfit, running around his fucking backyard. And like you're not supposed to laugh. All of a sudden they're doing the I do's. I'm like, and like fucking Conrad fucking looks at me. He's like, what the fuck? Like they're looking at me. I couldn't, you just couldn't not laugh. Yeah, like I'm the idiot. He's fucking dressed up in a fucking bunny outfit.
You didn't expect that.
No, I'm at a wedding. I thought he was gonna show me like a nice poem or some shit. Like, oh, look at it, they're getting married. Congratulations. He's fucking running around a bunny outfit, taking shits in the backyard.
Dude, the funniest shit he put up on Instagram recently was for fucking Christmas. He's showing his family unwrapped gifts and shit. He's showing his wife unwrap a gift. She gets into the bottom of it. She's like, picks up a fucking brick in the box, right? Then he wraps up a PlayStation 5. No, he goes like this. He takes a PlayStation 4 box, crosses out 4 and puts 5 on it, and then makes his kid open it up, and it's a fucking brick. Hilarious, dude.
He's an idiot. The best is the rap. Here's a funny story with Frankie. I remember one time when he started out doing the rabbit thing, because he would come around for everybody, families with kids and stuff like that for the Easter. He would wear this bunny suit. He would still do it if you asked him for it, but he would come, right? So one time he had his parents' house. He had to go down to the Bronx to go to the Easter thing. So he gets on the cross county over the Parkway, right? And he's in the bunny suit. This county cop sees it, pulls him over, and the guy's like, Frankie goes, yo, you're gonna give the Easter Bunny a ticket on Easter? And he goes, no, man. He goes, you didn't even do anything wrong. He goes, I just wanted to see what I thought I saw when you drove by.
You're gonna give the fucking Easter Bunny a ticket on Easter.
Yo,
great. I wish I was in the car behind the videotaping that to get that fucking video, like getting pulled over in a fucking bunny outfit. Oh,
yo,
man.
this is funny as shit, dude. When he wears this stupid stuff, dude. That's not only he wears Santa Claus stuff. Yo,
That's what I'm saying. He's gotta have his own like skit show. We gotta think of a couple of skits and have him be one of the stars in it. But anyway, we're not gonna get into all these topics. So what's the
I'll throw out a few. You could just go like speed round.
No, but let's take a quick commercial break and then you'll decide on what topic we want to go with next. So we'll be right back on the Mix It Up podcast with me, Nick, and special guest MELERZO. All right, we are back on the Mix It Up podcast. MELERZO, it's your show, man. What other topic you want, man? What's the next topic you want to discuss?
Do you remember the topic?
Well, you know what? We can add these two together because it's sports. So Juwan Howard with the Commander thing, we can get into both.
All right.
Oh yeah.
So the Juwan Howard slapping bitches.
What happened? Tell us. I don't know what happened.
I don't know the whole story. I just know that he got upset. I think it was over a time. I don't know what it was over. It was a Michigan. He's the head coach of Michigan versus I'm gonna say Wisconsin. I think it was, and they had a little argument. Which is great. It's great for basketball. But at the end, when they're breaking up, and he's the coach, I think he slapped the other coach or the coach's assistant, but he caught him in the face, and he got 5-game suspension. I mean, I don't know what you give the I wonder if, see, I don't want to get race into this, but I don't know, if other people if you would have got fired over this, you know what I mean? Because nobody's ever really, not that in my knowledge, ever fucking hit some other product. You know what I mean? Maybe players, but not in a college game. In the pros, I've seen it. But
yeah, but you know what started MELERZO? It was weird. That guy, the other coach, guard from Wisconsin. He called that timeout or whatever because he had his backup players in there and he wanted them to get experience. It wasn't it wasn't rubbing Michigan the wrong way, but Juwan Howard took offense for it for some reason. And when they're on the line to shake hands after the game's over, to show sportsmanship, Juwan Howard was just walking away trying to ignore guard, the other coach of the other team, and guard put his hands on him, not anything bad. He just put on his hands on his hip, hey, I just want to explain myself, right? And Juwan Howard got all upset. He grabbed his shirt, throw the finger in his face, and everybody's like, oh well, he put his hands on Juwan Howard. He didn't put his hands on him. He just wanted to talk to him. It's a big difference in putting your hands on. If you put your hands on somebody, you're grabbing his shirt and you're ready to fucking throw down. But to just to just be hey, I did this, and then Juwan Howard flipped out and he threw a fucking punch at the assistant coach or whatever.
He punched him in the face. I'm watching it right now. He punched him right in the fucking face.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Maybe he punched him.
Yeah, it's like a little slap, like a little bitch slap. But you're not supposed to do that. You're a coach of a fucking team.
Yeah.
He just spazzed out for an asshole. He's just a fucking and he didn't take accountability for it. All he said was because he put his hands on me. He didn't fucking put his hands.
But I'll say this: after thing and you're heated, that thing, what he should have done is the next day come out. All right, I might have overreacted because, to be honest with you, but he should have done it even still then, because you have to figure, dude, you're the head coach, you're the adult figure. You have to think bigger than, oh, it's me, but you know what I mean, like that. So that's where I think he's wrong. Both sides are wrong. You know what I mean? Even though, not that they're wrong on the other side, but it's yo, man, this thing escalated to you're the coaches. You know what I mean?
Did you guys
slap the right guy though? He slapped the other guy.
I think it was assistant.
Yeah.
I think it was an assistant guy.
He said something, and it caused Juwan Howard to just be like, "I want to get him," So he said something stupid, but still, you could say whatever. You could argue, and that's all fine. But
I mean, what is everybody saying on it? Because I haven't watched on sports shows. Are they giving him because you got to go after Juwan Howard? Dude, you're wrong.
I haven't heard anything like that. I haven't heard him apologize yet or take accountability. He hasn't done anything like that. No. Have you guys been in any situation playing sports growing up? Have you ever been in a situation like that?
I mean, I gotta fucking sideswipe that question and be like, how fucking Juwan Howard should get fucking fired for this shit, because
Wow.
motherfuckers say shit and get fucking fired now. This
Yeah.
words are more fucking important than anything, than violence nowadays. Criminals get out fucking for no problem. You say the wrong thing, you go to jail for the rest of your fight for fucking years now.
Word.
You could fucking slap somebody in the fucking face like that, and you you get suspended for 5 fucking days, fucking games.
Maybe Juwan Howard used the right pronouns, Nick.
Yeah.
You know what it is?
Maybe that's why I got fucking leaked.
It's hard to judge because I do think you should get fired, and he got suspended. And I'm like, I don't know if that's good. Like, but I think it honestly not even just for the regular season. You should be suspended for the year. Like, you know what I mean? Like, dude, you can't coach. But
dude, any other job, you're getting fucking fired for slapping somebody in the fucking face.
Right.
What's so different about these fucking things?
I don't know where anywhere else did anyone ever. I'm trying to think. Did anywhere this ever? Like, I don't remember anywhere. Like, I don't even remember if players hit each other. Like, I know in the NBA they went nuts one time, but like, and those dudes got suspended for like the year. Yo, the like best is Ron Artest.
Yeah, in Detroit. Yeah.
Yo, Steven Jackson, the basketball player in Indiana, when they had that incident back in the day. Ron Artest, is that how crazy he is? He goes in the locker room. They're talking afterwards when they settle it down. And Ron's like, yo, you think we're going to get in trouble for this? Steven Jackson, yo, that's like you looking at your friend like, what? Did you not see what happened out there?
Right. It was complete chaos. It was fucking madness.
That's like us back in the day when we used to get into fights and you're like, yo, you think we're going to get in trouble for that? Dude, I think we went a little over the board, bro.
There's been times at my job today, like to this day, there's people that I just wanted to pop so bad.
Of course.
But you have to hold back because you don't want to get fired from your job. That's it. That's the only thing protecting me from just like there's 3 guys that I would just go up to and just fucking blast them, like cold cock them without me even saying a word. And I'd be like, that's it. I don't, but yeah,
I came close. I want to get fired. Time.
Listen, people that are leaders, a coach is a fucking leader. Yeah. Right? You're supposed to put the right leaders in those positions where they can teach younger kids how to act on and off of the fucking court.
Yeah.
Right? I agree. John Gruden said some fucking racist, stupid shit behind closed fucking doors. Doesn't have a fucking job. Completely blacklisted from the fucking NFL. Right?
Right.
Yeah.
This guy's going to be fucking fine. Like, no problem. That's why it doesn't make any sense to me. It pisses me the fuck off. It pisses me off that's a fucking violent fucking act against somebody. He couldn't control his fucking emotions in front of the people that he's supposed to be able to show them how to act on the fucking court. Now what happens? What are you going to do when one of the fucking players goes and punches one of the guys in the face? Yeah. It's
right. Yeah, but I agree to the extent, Nick, with like, I would say this. I would be like, I would have agreed if John Gruden didn't get fired and Juwan Howard didn't get fired. Just get suspended. Yeah, just get suspended if it's your first time. As long as it's not your third time. To fire one and not the other just seems fucking stupid. Like,
right. And there's no apology. He can't apologize. You won't give John Gruden a chance to apologize. This is the fucked up thing. Like, everybody's allowed to fuck up in their lives, except for the people that they don't want to. Except if you fucking say the wrong thing to the wrong fucking type of fucking person.
20 years ago.
Then you're done. 20 years ago. Joking around like people don't joke around behind fucking to their friends or to anybody. Right. Listen, the first person, if you are really that person that's never said anything wrong, then go ahead and judge everybody. But if behind closed doors you say those words that you fucking are so against, when you're in the shower, oh, let me say this really bad word. Let me say it. And then you fucking like, ooh.
I never,
because people do that. Fucking sick fucks that like pretend to be like really like, oh, let me say this bad word. Oh, you fucking said it.
I just want to say like that's a good point though. But like back in the day, football, like it was like a man sport. So even during practice, they would yell like bitch, fag. Right. Stop being a fucking, they would just go off. These are players talking to other players, even talking to the opposite, like whoever you're playing against, offense versus defense. It was so fucking raunchy craziness, all fucking terrible fucking words. And now you're nitpicking on who you're going after from fucking, this is how football was, man. Like
Right.
even practice, my basketball practice growing up was like getting yelled at. Like, what the fuck, man? Stop.
I
Why
feel
everybody's
like
being a bitch.
Yeah.
It went from like when we were younger, and probably even before our time, it went from like one realm of side where it was like, wow, that is way too much to say to people. Like, you know what I mean? It was too open. Where now it's the other realm. It's like you can't say anything because everybody's sensitive. You need a medium, bro, because it's bullshit. Because like how everybody does it. Like I said this to all different kind of cultures one time. Black, Spanish, Asian, white, all this. I go, you know what's funny about comedy and all that stuff? I says, everybody will laugh if it's somebody else's race that you're not sitting there or culture. But you won't laugh when it's a joke about yours. You get sensitive about it. But you'll laugh about other shit. That's what's fucked up.
I don't.
Like,
I laugh at everything.
You do, but no, there's probably whites that are sensitive about stupid, like, you know, the liberals, like, oh my God.
Yeah, they're faggots.
Yeah. Like, you know, like, I can't, dude, when you're out with people like that, it's like, you're not even my kind of people. Like, I grew up with, because I'm like, oh my God. Like, dude, they get like, I can't believe you just said that. I was like, what the fuck did I say? That was so bad. Like, you know what I mean? I'm like, wow, you're a little bitch. You're a little bitch.
Right. Like,
you're the reason why this
earmuffs.
situation. And listen, it's not even like I have friends that we all do that are other culture, Black, Spanish, and stuff. They get jokes more than like some of them that are. Every culture's got sensitive people. Ours is the liberal ones where they're like, oh my God, or the lesbians, and then they're like, oh, you're calling us out. I'm like, well, not all of you, well, you know, but
the
a good amount of you,
LBGQT.
Bitch.
Yeah. Like I know some lesbian girls that are like, and people and gays that like they would find jokes just as funny as everyone else. And then there's the sensitive one groups and stuff. And it seems like they're all coming together, coming with this stuff. And like, what is your point? Like, what is your whole thing? To like not have anybody say anything about anything. So everyone, listen, people are gonna still think these things behind closed doors. So like, it's not like you're changing anything.
In their showers, Mike.
In the shower.
Yeah. Like, you know, it's just that they know now that I can't be myself around you.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
I'm not saying it's good in a way that you don't go too far, because if you went the other way, it'd be like having Tourette's out there. Like,
you don't go,
you know,
you don't go crazy like that. But it'd be nice to separate the two groups, have like the non-sensitive people and the sensitive people, because what party would you go to if you had a choice? Do you go to the sensitive people, uptight, bitch ass motherfuckers
no, I'd probably go to
party, or do you go to the non-sensitive party where you just have fun, crack jokes, bust balls?
Right.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. You go to the
there
fun
might be a
party.
fight at it because you're like you went overboard there.
The non-fun motherfuckers, they're the ones taking over right now. It's fucking scary.
They are. It's their time, but it will.
It is their time, right? It seems like it. It's a shitty time.
Let me ask you something. Everybody is human. You're human. We make mistakes and stuff like that. And you little sensitive liberals make mistakes too. It will flip on you if you really want to play these rules. Like, you know what I mean? Because I guarantee that, like, all these Black Lives Matter, all these LBG, the liberals, whatever the hell it is, dude, you think that they sit around and they don't say any stuff? Like, get out of here. They say shit too. Like, you know what I mean? They're not sitting around proper day all day like, oh my God, we don't say those words. Like, you say something.
Well, Mike, the thing is, they say shit, but it's not, they're not held accountable because they're saying it against a majority group, because you could say whatever you want against a fucking majority group. And it doesn't hurt. Number one, it doesn't hurt our feelings.
Right.
Say whatever the fuck you want about
people like us, Nick.
Say it to my face, though. Say it to my face.
But people like us will
story.
After a while, when our style is getting caught like all the time, and we're like, you know what? Let's smarten up. Let's wait till they fuck up and like, all right, we're gonna play your rules, and it will happen. It will be, because I always said liberals and all these other ones like this, they're Black Lives Matter, all these groups, they're just like us. They want to be alphas, and alphas say some crazy shit because like they're aggressive. So that's what they do. And then I can't call out things. Dude, I've heard from fucking groups that like I've sat around with proper people and they're like, they might be saying the proper words, but they'll say some unsensitive things too, because they have their opinion too. And you're like, oh, wait a minute, time out. That's fucked up right there. You might have not said the word, but your intentions are fucked up.
Yeah.
And that's when it'll flip on them. Because someone like me, dude, when I worked in the corporate world, I swear to God, you had to play by these dumb rules because you couldn't say a goddamn word in that stuff. Dick, you worked in it, you know it. You're like, you sat there and you're like, whoa. Like, you know what I mean? I'm like, I didn't know that there was these kind of rules. Like, you know,
Did you have a story, Malarsic, where like you got in the corporate world with like fighting a UPS guy or something about holding the door open or something?
He was black.
What
FedEx.
happened? The FedEx guy. What happened with that?
I didn't know the guy. We were on like whatever floor on the building, 20th. I wish it was the first floor because I didn't. But he came out, this black guy, and he was having a bad white day, I guess. So, you know what I mean? I was like, so he starts talking to me because we're the only ones waiting for this elevator to come down. And I became his thing. And he started, not towards me at first, but he was just like, fuck white people. And I'm like, what? Like, I was like, all right, man, I'm just trying to go out for lunch. You know what I mean? I was like, I'm waiting for my friend downstairs. So we get in the elevator. He still keeps going and talking to me. Everybody on the elevator is looking like, who's this? Your boy. It's not my boy. I don't even know this fucking dude. Like, everyone's like, and it's funny. You had a mixture of people, black, white, Spanish, on the elevator together. Nobody wanted part of this. It was like, this is your boy. So then all of a sudden, I'm like, all right, whatever. The dude finally got off. I went downstairs. While I'm waiting for my friend to come down, my friend finally comes out for lunch, and he comes outside again. I said, oh, shit, I knew this was going to happen. And he goes, like, he starts talking to me about it again. And he's like, fuck white people, this. I was like, time out, man. Time the fuck out. I was like, now you got me going. I was like, dude, I'm trying to fucking be good in life. You don't understand that? I don't do these things anymore. I'm trying to be good. Get the hell out of my life. And he was like this, and he goes, well, you don't understand this. I was like, dude, what am I, the fucking head of the fucking white people? I said, you know what? Let me ask you one question, because you got me fucking heated. I said, are you saying fuck white people in general? Then I don't give a shit. Because you know what? That's the whole fucking thing. Are you saying fuck me because I'm white in general? He goes, what? I said, because if you're saying fuck me, then we got a problem now. And he was like this. And I took my tie up, and he was like, oh, what are you going to jump me? I said, no. My friend's not getting involved. We're going to fight right now outside here. And he was like, you're fucking nuts. I was like, no. You're not going. I chased him up the block because he started running. I was like, yo, we're fighting. And then
that would be considered a hate crime these days.
Yo, I wish I could, like, you would meet this kid. I still talk to this kid, Pete, and he was a coworker of mine, friend of mine. And he would be like, yo, if he told you the story, he would be like, yo, bro, that is so exactly true. All I saw was Melorzic chasing this.
But do you know what I'm saying? It would have been considered a hate crime when it was just a crime of like, I want to beat up an asshole. It's just an asshole. That's all it is. That's all it has to be. Right. It doesn't have to be anything else besides that, man.
Dude, the hate crime thing, I get why it came about, but the problem is, it's like you're knocking on every freaking thing. I don't even know if it knocks on them when they do it. Maybe they do it for every culture. It's funny. I don't know if it's on blacks when it goes like, oh, they beat up a white person. Like, no, that's not hate crime. It's when they beat up the Asian ones, when they like all the Asians are getting killed out here for no fucking reason.
Yeah, but that's been
China.
That's been going around. No, but beating up the Asian people has been going around for like ever, Malarzo. You know it. Black people.
I don't know why.
They were always. Yeah, but it was like they're making a big deal now because there was a few white people that beat up some Asians. But in our history, it's always been the black community that was going against the Asians. They will always fight them. But you never reverse that. You never. It was like, I think it was like black on Asian crime was like 76%. White on Asian was like 11%. But if you looked at if Asian violence against any other race, it wasn't even 1%. Asian people don't fight, bro. Like, they don't attack anybody. They're the most peaceful fucking group of people, yet they get picked on the most. It's just people bullying a race. That's all it is. They're just bullying them.
I used to tell Asians, like friends of mine that were Asian, I said, dude, you know what you should do? Everybody's got Bruce Lee in their mind. Even if you don't know karate or that shit, just
put a headband on. Put a headband.
It's gonna make everybody a little cautious of your ass. You're like, right. Oh shit, I don't know if I want to fight this guy.
No, you ain't fucking with that. If he throws a headband on, he starts doing wah wah. You're like, nope. Yeah. I'm running away like the fucking FedEx guy.
Yo, but somebody put you in a move like Zohan did. Like, what the fuck did you say?
Man, but yeah, getting back to the original question, did you guys ever experience that kind of shit in sports? You know what I mean? Because I had like some kind of thing in sports. It wasn't like a fight. It was just like basically like what happened. Like, I was in grade school. I was in like 7th grade. And Melorzo, you get this. Well, you played basketball. The kid like was going like he played face D on me, right? You know how you play you know how you go face to face?
Yeah.
And he's being like kind of annoying, right? And all of a sudden he goes to me, he looks at me. The very first time he's playing defense like that on me, he's like, "Hi," and I'm like, "Hi," like, why are you saying hi to me? It was so weird, right?
That is
And
weird.
then
It's
the
funny.
next, right, he's being a dick. I didn't know it at the time. The next time down on fucking defense, he's doing the same thing guarding me. He's like, "Hi," I'm like, "Huh?" And then there was a timeout or whatever. And I went to my dad was coaching. My dad and my brother-in-law was coaching. So I told my dad, I'm like, "Dad, this kid that's guarding me, like, he said hi to me like twice." He's like, "Tell him to go fucking shut the fuck up," right? Like, he's trying to get under your skin. Like, that's what he told me. So I go back over to him and I'm like, "Listen, if you say hi to me again, I'm going to tell you to shut the fuck up." Right? So he's like, "Hi." I'm like, "Well, that's it. Now you officially got under my skin." I'm like, "I'm going to hit you with an elbow." And then the next time I got the ball, right, I pretend like I think it was passing to Anthony. And I passed to Anthony, but I didn't catch him with an elbow, but I extended my arms where I hit him like my forearm to his face. And, then like that was pretty much it, man. I don't think anything happened after that. But yeah, I hated those motherfuckers. Then you have to shake the kid's hand at the end of the ball game. And I remember we did it. We shaked hands and just kept going on. But I would have loved to just deck them right there in the fucking line, just like even just clothesline them. But maybe like, do they get rid of these fucking lines, or it's just saying like, "Hey, you're too much of a pussy to show some sportsmanship"? So do you get rid of these shaking line, handshake lines, or do you?
I think
like,
that stuff's fine. Like, like, I don't know. Like, yeah,
I keep them.
like, you should have sportsmanship. You should learn that stuff. Dude, you just reminded me of a story. Not like that, but like kind of. This is a funny story because like we went to go play basketball one time with Justin up in Greenberg, right? I don't know these people, so David, all of us. I don't know if you came. I don't think you did this time. So we go play at this park. So this one kid that ended up covering me, I didn't know. Nobody told me. Justin, I think Dave knew because they're dicks that he had Tourette's. I didn't know that. So this kid was covering me, this skinny white kid, and he was just like, "Motherfucker, I'm gonna put it in your ass," like talking crazy shit the whole time. And I was like, "Yo, bro, I think you need to fucking chill, man." Like, and he's like, "No, he's like this. I'm gonna do you, motherfucker." And he was like being aggressive with it. I was like, "Yo, bro." I was like, in my head, I'm like, "I'm gonna hit this kid. I'm gonna fucking knock this kid out." Like, I was like, I can't believe I gotta get into this fight over this shit. So half the game is going through, and he keeps going with his fucking thing. And I warned him. I said, "Yo, man, honestly, my growing up, I'm gonna give you that warning that I was taught that if you continue doing this, I'm gonna punch you in the face. This is the result. It's gonna happen." He goes, and he's just looking at me because he was like, I could tell this is one of those kids that was off. So nobody says anything, and Justin and Dave are laughing their ass off. And then like, this is how long they go with the joke. They don't even like, "All right, man, I'm about to hit this kid." Because I kept saying to him, I'm like, "Yo, dude," like when we checked it out, I was like, "I'm gonna hit this kid. Yo, does anybody know this kid?"
That's
right?
when you give the kid
I
like a
finally
little
put
bump.
him in a headlock because he finally said something crazy to me.
Shove it up your ass!
Jeez, you okay?
I'm sorry. I have Tourette's syndrome, and it causes me to have these uncontrollable outbursts.
It's not so bad.
Yeah, it's okay. I mean, you get used to it. Ball sweat! Anus! Anus liquor!
And I start fucking like punching him, and Justin and Dave Grimm like, "Dude, what are you doing? He's got Tourette's." And I got him in a headlock, and I'm like, "What does that mean? What does that mean?" I didn't know what Tourette's was at the time. Either.
Was his name Warren? Did he have earmuffs on too? You fucking
No,
psycho.
I don't know what to do. And you know what? You could tell he was like one of those kids that was off because he had a little, like one of those little motorbikes that he rode with a stupid helmet and those stupid, like Dumb and Dumber glasses. Like, that's how he drove off. And I was like, "Yo, who the fuck is this kid?"
That's
And he
great.
was
Nick,
like, "Yo, I swear to God, Justin and Dave will burst out laughing before they could tell the story." He was like, "Yo, it was so funny."
Justin and Dave are friends of ours that witnessed this story of Malarzik fighting a mentally repaired kid. Nick, do you have any stories about like your situation, like growing up playing sports? Did anything crazy like that happen?
No, not really. I mean, my crazy sports stories happened to come when we got older and we started
Play
playing
softball.
where we almost get into a fight fucking 4 times a year with another team and or the umpires.
Mostly the umpires.
Was that because of certain player on the team?
Well,
yeah, 2 of them.
Sometimes.
You know, one former and one still related to me.
I love the one I was at with Anthony, and it was a championship game, and this dude flipped out, and you dudes were all trying to calm down, and he got kicked out of the game, and he was the only pitcher, and you literally had the championship won. Like, you would have held on, and Ant's talking to me on the thing because he had to sit in the parking lot because the ump wouldn't even want him on the bench, and he goes, yo, he calms down, he finally turns to me, he goes, yo, you think it's my fault? I'm like, it is totally 100% your fucking fault. Like, what do you like?
Yeah, we all knew, but it's like, what are you gonna do? You're a teammate, you know. You can't fucking like say, yeah, what are you doing? You know, you fucking blew it.
That's the one thing I love about us. We will not sugarcoat it with each other. Like, it will be like, yo, I got your back, but we will tell you when you're like, yo, Dick, you were 100% wrong.
Yeah, we told him, man, when we were drinking, like, yeah, you fucked up. You fucked up, but whatever, man. Fuck him. Fuck the umpire. You know?
The only problem with our team is that we don't follow our teammates off the fucking field. Half of us want to, and then half of us are like, no, come on. And then like you can't let certain people down, Brian Farley, when he asks you, Nick, calm down. Don't fuck this up. I'm like, God, I can't let you down. I love you too much. You know what I mean? But like deep down, I'm like, fuck this. I want to so bad follow the other people off the field and say, we fucking forfeit, you pieces of
fuck
shit.
You guys. There were so many times I want to light that field on fire.
You know what's funny? If somebody asked me about like our friend's team, they'd be like, yo, how did these dudes meet? It would be honestly believable to say with all your tempers, they met in therapy.
Right.
This is a therapy group because they're all psychos. It doesn't matter which one, like, dude, it would be all different people. I remember Nick.
Anger management? You met an anger management?
Center field. Center field. You were flipping out so much. It's like, dude, he's so far away. Does anybody even hear what he's saying?
Dude, the best was the drone, though. Remember, Mike, the drone?
Yeah, I remember the drone.
In the outfield, I'm like, there's a fucking drone up there the whole time. I'm like saying in my head, like, this fucking drone, I'm pretty sure it's gonna fuck me up at some point, right? So a fly ball gets hit, and I miss it. And the drone didn't fuck me up. Let's be real. I started screaming, get that fucking drone off the fucking field. The drone was like fucking 17,000 feet in the air. It didn't
I know. They were making a documentary of our team, and then you're like, get this fucking thing out of here.
Yo, is the drone like
took off like new team.
Dude, the craziest. One of the things I think Nick knows, you know, Dave got kicked out of the flag football league, right? It was so bad, dude. It was like something like Vince Vaughn in Old School. He literally threw the flag, kicked shit, fucking went ape shit. They're like, yo, not only are you not allowed to play this year, you are out of the league. That's how much shit he did. He wanted to fight this black ref so bad. He goes, I never liked you. All these I was like, yo, you're taking this too far. But the funniest is we are so nuts. But like, if you give us 15 minutes to calm down, I remember sitting in the parking with David. He's like, yo, you think I went a little nuts? I was like, nah, you were fine.
Too bad they didn't have video cameras and shit back then, filming that kind of shit, man. It would have been fucking terrific.
The best is like, I told you, I don't remember what Nick was saying. I think he was yelling at the ump. The ump was like, honestly, like, is that guy yelling at me from center field? Like, and nobody could understand. We could just see your you were like, motherfucker. Like, you were just, like it was hysterical. Like, I was like, yo, if you tape this and watch it now, it would have been hilarious. Like, dude, you wouldn't even like, I don't even know what I was saying.
Because we knew what he was like mad about. Well, we just didn't understand anything what was going on. He was just like, fucking yelling.
Yeah.
And you just see him fucking his glove fucking shaking and shit. Yeah, man.
It's actually
what the fuck is this dude
one of
doing?
the most fun parts of softball when you're like, oh,
losing
it comes. Oh, it's go time. Fucking, what the fuck did you do? What kind of shitty fucking call is that? You fucking piece of shit.
Yo,
Yeah, the right. Everybody voices crack when people's voices crack. That's just fucking great, man. I'm like, oh,
Yo,
he's really mad.
Like,
He
you have
can't
to
even
look
talk.
at.
He can't talk. He reached that point.
You have to look at
Boiling
it.
point. Oh, that's
Well,
the
I
new
was
show.
on teams too, where like you're like Nick is yelling about the strike zone from 300 feet out of center field. It's like that was not a fucking ball. Like, like I'm like I don't even know if Nick can see the fucking thing, you know. But it was funny.
The worst was when the worst, yeah, when your nephew made that. Sean made this unbelievable catch, Mike.
Yeah.
One of the best catches I've ever seen in my life. On the run, fucking like dives and catches the ball. Umpire calls him fucking, says he dropped the ball, right? So then he goes, like, we're fucking losing it. Sean's losing. He lost his voice. He's like, what the hell? He couldn't even talk. He was so pissed, right? So we're like, we eventually talked to the umpire. He's like, I didn't see it. We're like, so you say he dropped it? He's like, I couldn't see it. So like, why wouldn't you say that he caught it then? Give him the benefit of the doubt when he gets up like this. I got the ball.
Right. He looked like Frank Drebin, the umpire. Like, you know, when Frank Drebin was like, when the guy hit the bag, he was like, clearly, he's like, safe. Like, that was him, man. Like,
safe. How about that? Get out! Hey, out! He was safe. He was out. Safe. Now, there's a sight I've never seen. Safe. He was safe. He never tagged him with the ball. You idiot. He was out when he ran on the baseline. All right, I've had enough. You're out of here. What do you mean? You can't throw an umpire out of the game. Yeah. All right. You're out of here.
it was so bad, man. Thank God, like, even, like, I'm glad, like, I kind of wish people had camera phones that would film our softball reactions. But I'm also like, thank God back in the day, like hanging out like up the block. Thank God people didn't have cameras for some of the shit I seen because it was fucking crazy.
Oh, dude, if you had it, dude, I'll tell a story about this guy who's like a
I want to get it out of my mind, Melars. I don't want to fucking reminisce.
You know
I want to go
funny?
into a new topic.
You know what's funny? Like, it's like another lifetime. Well, now that we're older, it's like, dude, why were we so fucking nuts? Like, and everybody, it wasn't just one person. It was like, yo, man, that guy's fucking like, dude, like if you tell these stories, regular people that never been through these things were like, what the hell did you guys do? It was like,
that's why I enjoyed hanging out. That's why I loved hanging out up there. I'm like, these motherfuckers are crazy. That's why I left, though. That's why I left to go hang out with like my Bronxville groups or my fucking
you always
groups.
did that.
I needed some balance in my life. I couldn't just be full Midland block with you fucking kids because it was just fucking chaos and craziness.
I needed
something. I needed something. Thank God I fucking took.
It doesn't matter what age group it was. You got from the younger ones. Oh, everybody's messed up.
Everybody, everybody's screwed up. It don't matter what block you're from. Everybody's a little fucked up.
Maybe the power line damage goes farther than we think it does.
Straight to the bones, Nick.
Dude,
frying that shit.
Nick, think about it because I've seen dude, the stories I've heard with the Facades is hilarious. But like think about your temper, like, and I had it too. Like when you get older, you look at yourself like, why did I even get mad? Like certain things you could say, like I still would get mad, but certain things you're like, damn, I went fucking ape shit over that shit. Like, you know what I mean? I was like, dude, and it really was like nothing. Like,
right.
It's like you shut down, like, dude, you shut down the whole block. The whole block. It was on fire. You ass. I'm like, listen, I thought it was gonna be, but it wasn't. At least I always knew the next day, or maybe a few days when I calmed down, I would apologize if I was wrong. I was like, all right, maybe.
Yeah, it would make a great cartoon if we just wrote the stories back in the day and just made cartoon characters out of each other. Like there'd be a cartoon Larzik, a cartoon Nick, cartoon trainer. Come on, man.
I told everybody.
I would be 7 years old when you guys were hanging out on Midland with my mom going to fucking Rick's Deli when you guys were beating people up. Like, well, get in the deli, hurry.
Who's this baby hanging out with us?
I'd be baby Stewie. I'd be Stewie.
You know what's funny?
Shape a head of the football.
That he moved up to Ardsley. He left the neighborhood when he was young.
Good for him.
He probably was like Nick's age.
He made something out of himself.
This kid we used to call, he lived above the bar. We called him Chucky because he was a little shit. He used to fucking throw rocks at us when we were like, and he was like 5 and we were like 12 or 10. Like, you know what I mean? We were like, God damn, this little bastard's got balls. And then we later on met him, and he was up in Aussie living, and we saw him, we're like, yo, you look familiar, like, right? And he's like, oh, I used to live on Midland. I was like, where'd you live? He goes, above the bar. I was like, you're Chucky, you little shit.
That's not even in his name. It's like Steve or something.
No, it's not. His name was like Warren, or I don't know what it was. Like, so, and he goes, yo, everybody started laughing. Justin's like, what are you talking about? I was like, this is little Chucky. He goes, oh my God, that was my name. I was like, yeah, you little shit. Remember that?
That was my name.
That was. We used to call him Chucky from the movie because he was a
Chucky.
nutty little kid. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Well,
yo, man, like at 5 years old, throwing rocks at you. Like, I'm gonna murder this little shit. Like, you know what I mean?
well, that's just another story from back in the day. So continue to wait for the cartoon to come out, and we'll have more
Cartoon
stories
would
of
be
the middle of the
awesome.
block.
It would be funny.
But
It would
there's
be
more topics to discuss. Nick, what other shit we got left?
Well, Commanders, you want me to say real quick, right? I don't love the name. I don't hate the name.
Oh, really? It's stupid. It's a terrible, shitty name.
I think
Dumbest
it's
name I ever
lame.
heard in my life.
That's like when a 7-year-old's like, okay, Timmy, you can name our team that we're playing against Steve and his son. Oh, the Commanders, Daddy. And then you give your son a slap in the face and be like, fucking drop your balls and call it something manly.
The Commanders.
You know what it is?
Rojo.
They went with such a name that's like, so no, it doesn't offend people. You know what's funny? It's still offending some people. Like, dude, these people will not stop. These liberals, they're like, they said a new name is somehow connected to the. I'm like, oh my God, somebody just fucking shoot these motherfuckers.
You know who this name change fucking offends? It offends the people that loved the fucking Redskins. It offends fucking Native Americans who probably took pride in being called or having a football team named after them. And now whoever was unhappy about it is still unhappy about their lives when they wake up in the morning because they realize they're fucking losers.
They bitched
fucking
about
losers.
They
bro.
bitched about. You know what's funny?
The bitches
These
and
people,
losers.
when it was like Warriors and they were thinking about doing it to Warriors, they were like, no, that's too close to thing. I'm like, wait, time out. We got rid of what you thought was fucking a slur, which is not. And now we're going to work. And now you're going to tell us what the hell we're going to do. Like, suck a dick and die. Honestly, I wish that we would come back with the name one day just to fucking say, fuck you when everything calms down, because it's the dumbest shit ever. It really is. And Commanders, I guess we'll get used to it, because when you think about a lot of teams, you're just used to it. That's what it is. Because there's nothing special about certain other teams' names. Like, some are cool. Some are like, what the hell is that anyway? Like, you know what I mean? Like, nobody's sitting around and being like, oh, what's a saint? You know what I mean? Now, they just
saint is a person who died for their religion. Like, we all know what a saint is.
But I don't even think they use it for that.
I don't know. But a commander is the lamest fucking name. Mostly all new names. Like, I saw a name the other day. Like, I think it was a hockey team. I was like, what the fuck is this? It was some stupid thing like Adirondacks or some stupid shit like, or Buzzards. Some stupid like.
It is.
Washington.
The only one they said was cool that came out was, I think, was it a hockey team? Seattle Kraken. Which is like.
The Kraken, yes, that's
Kraken.
the one. That's the team. I was like, what the fuck? Like,
what is
Kraken's, that? Kraken's a cool name. It's like a fucking gigantic octopus or something like that. But Kraken?
Is that what it is? All right, makes sense.
Hockey team?
Because they throw octopus on the fucking thing?
Seattle's a fish area, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, fish. It's fish up there.
So stupid, man. Like, just come up with fucking normal names. Like the Seattle
Supersonics. It's somebody's
whatever that
somebody's going to make a shirt,
Sonic.
Kraken, and be like, crack. And they're like, yeah. Like,
You should have named your Washington team the Washington Lame Ducks. Just get a roll with it, man. You guys are whack.
Say one thing. I don't like the name. I don't like it on the things, but like
stupid.
Two things I do like.
Can't even spell it.
I like that they use there's two items that I love. The crest that they use for the year and stuff like that. The logo. The logo is cool for us. That is cool. And the jersey jackets that I'm going to get one is the varsity jacket that they wore. That's hot. Because I always liked that football high school jacket. That was kind of hot to think. Everything else could suck a dick. Like, you know what I mean? Like, some of these shirts that they come out with, I'm like, you really think this is going to sell? Like, Commanders on the shirt and just that? No. How about, like, the one shirt with DC and the Capitol thing? That's hot. Like, stuff like that. You could tell it's funny how I think just like so many other people that are fans of the team, where we all didn't want to change it, and like the gear, what we like is only like 3 items. The rest of it that they came out with, nobody's buying it. Nobody's buying a shirt that says Washington Commanders. Like, oh my God, can I spread my ass and take it in the air right now? Like, what the fuck is that? What am I, 5?
Hold that. Jesus.
Dude, it sounds like a fucking XFL team name, honestly.
It does.
Like
Yeah.
fake bullshit fucking plastic bullshit fucking name with no fucking soul or anything to it. Like a commander, big fucking
There's
deal.
nothing
Come up
to
with
it.
something.
Washington deserves it though, Nick. They're racist, so they deserve what they get.
Oh,
should have
don't
just
you
named them
talk,
the
Giant
supremacists.
fans.
They should have
Don't
just
you-
named them the Washington supremacists. Those
Yo,
racist.
let me
pieces
tell you
of
something.
shit.
On a side note, just like to update people. I
Side
talked
note.
to my midget people, and there's another lawsuit coming towards the New York Giants besides your racist shit. Midgets are coming. This is the time to strike on the Giants.
You don't say midgets. They're fucking small people.
No, my people that are midgets love to be called midgets. They're like, we were
No,
always midgets. You know what I mean? And they
They're
will sing
hyper-paired.
that song. They're gonna
They're
sing that song
hyper-paired,
coming. What's the thing in Wizard of Oz? What were they called? The Loofah Loofahs? Or what were they
Oompa
called?
Loompas.
No, they were the Lollipop Kids. The Lollipop Kids are coming for you, trainer. They're coming. You don't even wear the Giants hat anymore. You know why? Because you know you're racist.
Giants right here, bro. You see the New York?
That's
It's in
cool.
cold.
Yeah, look at that.
It's in cold, baby.
I like that.
Unbelievable.
I got this
can't
at
wait.
I got this at the boardwalk, bro. It was like fucking $10. Got this
That's
shit
awesome.
made. It was fucking shit was fire.
Was that the time you ate ice cream for a fucking vacation, you loser?
No, that was a long time ago. But yes, the Commanders are a fucking gay team.
I can't
So,
afford sprinkles.
What
Why,
other
trainer?
what other topics we got left, Nick?
I think we need to talk about a major topic still about the vaccine mandate.
God damn this.
I personally know a human being that was forced into getting the booster shot
Ugh.
while this human being has another life inside of it,
Wow.
Oh, that's
a
fucked up.
child. And 2 days after this person got the booster, they unfucking mandated the fucking vaccine booster.
That's
so-
some bullshit.
How the and nobody's fucking held responsible for anything for that, right?
No,
You
when
forced somebody to do something they didn't want to do because it was mandated. It wasn't a rule. It wasn't a fucking law. It was what are mandates?
They're
Why do you
not
do
law.
it?
They're not real laws.
Right. And then out of nowhere, 2 days later, they say, "Oh, you don't have to anymore. You don't have to." And now you have to live with hopefully no consequences or repercussions, but you don't know, right? And you don't have anybody to fucking punch in the mouth for or in the face for it or all. You know what I mean? Like,
Can't sue.
what the fuck, man? They didn't know that in 2 days there was a chance. Like, come on, man. It's fucking bullshit. It's fucking bullshit. It's like they hit these, what do they hit, quotas? And they say, okay, all right, we can stop it here. And then we'll go back again and fucking do it again.
Mm-hmm.
Enough is fucking enough with this shit, man. Like,
it is nuts.
what
It's
the
all about that
fuck,
money.
man?
That's
all
why I
about
was saying, like, when you go fight
Sad.
all these wars and stuff, and they put us in a war, it's us, our people. That's why I said, look at the class and all we want to do with these races and stuff. And you're like, guys, do you know we're all in the same boat? We're here, they're here. The rich is like making all the rules. They
Right.
make you go fight wars. They make you go do this. Do you really think if we went and fought a war in the Middle East right now or whatever, or the Ukraine with the Russia thing, and it's over, what is this over? Is it over a piece of land and oil? Like, we give a fuck when I come back and I got fucking my dick blown off in my leg, you know what I mean? And I'm like, yo, you know? Like, what happened to me? Well, Mikey fought for his country. Well, suck a dick. Like, you know what I mean? Mikey
Right.
looks like a dickhead now. Like, like,
Yeah.
you see Mikey lately? He looks
Imagine that's-
horrible.
Imagine that's the only thing that happens to you over a war. You get your dick blown off. That'd
I
be
would-
fucking whack.
Dude, to me in life, I mean, maybe I'll think differently as I get older, but as of right now that you can still have sex, if I lose my dick, just end my life. It's over. Like, what am I going to do?
Jesus, Mike.
Like, for a guy that means so much to him, his dick. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Tell me about it.
for real. Like, what would you do? Like, imagine you be around your friends and you're like, yo, we're going to go out and get some girls and get some pussy tonight. Not me. Well, I shouldn't come. I got no dick. You know, like why am I coming? Like, yo, I'd have to be the designated driver all the time. Like, dude, I don't like. Why don't you drink? Because I'm not gonna get no ass tonight.
Hey, listen,
Because
no dick, Mike. Just stay the fuck home today. Like,
yeah,
we're
I
gonna
would
be doing,
hang
we're
out
gonna be
with
doing
you.
things.
Because you dicks would make fun of me and heartless as like, yo, he's like, no, my friend's cute, but he's got no dick. Right,
Hey,
show me a little thing.
He can still bang. He can still bang you, kind of. He just rubs up against you, like you're rubbing up
Yeah,
against
he's
a
got a
stuffed
nub.
animal.
I gotta know.
You're like you're just fucking hair down there, bro. You just fucking. You're like almost you scissor him. You have to play scissors.
Yeah, then you could call me one of those Aphrodite or whatever the fuck those things are. Like, yo, I had a dick.
No,
Now I got a
hermaphrodite
pussy.
got everything. They don't have nothing.
I got a nub, dick. I think a
Dude.
nub would be left.
Pretty much, you
Yeah,
got a
you
pussy
woke
with no
up.
hole.
Would you cry if you woke up and they told you, like, you're all right, but we got to talk about something? Like, what? Your dick got blown off.
Like,
What?
I don't even want to talk about this anymore.
It's just balls. You just
I
have
don't
a
How
wanna
did
ball
my
talk
sack.
balls make it through it?
Yo, imagine you just have a ball sack and then it just no dick, just a fucking ball sack just hanging there. That'd be fucking.
That
That'd be
would
even
look
worse.
so weird.
No, I'd be like, yo, just cut them off, get rid of them. Like, if I don't have a dick, I don't want no balls.
That's like putting Christmas balls on a tree with no dick. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that would look weird.
You said that it's like putting Christmas balls on a tree without what?
With no dick, no like dick to it. Like it's just balls hanging like on a tree, like thing. You know what I mean? Took like the
Oh,
red ball. No, like you put the
God.
red ball and the
Merry
golden ball. Or,
Christmas.
yeah, probably because it was. That's what I thought of. Like, you know, imagine that would be fucking. I mean, it wouldn't be funny, but it would be funny if like any of us, like Nick's, like, yeah, you know what? You ain't got no fucking problems. I ain't got no dick, and he shows it like, oh my god.
I think I
What
want to
happened
go.
to you?
I think I want to
The
go
Gulf
donate.
War.
I think I want to go donate a little more to the Warrior Wounded Project and shit.
Yeah,
The Wounded
this
Warrior
is what
Project.
happens to you in the Gulf War.
Maybe we should do that. Maybe we should make this podcast like people can donate. Maybe we should open up like a little fund or something like that.
I
You
could
could
put
do
the
that.
link on for the Wounded Warrior Project for them to donate.
People
Yeah, I can put
always
that
do
website
that.
on. So
Yeah,
yeah,
dude,
check out the link below, man. Donate, man, to the people with no
Yo,
dicks.
people like give up $1, $5. Like, yo, it adds up, man. I
Dude.
saw it on all the podcasts.
A cup of coffee a day helps a guy with no dick.
Those guys,
some-
those poor
Have some
guys,
Iris.
those poor guys get the shit end of the fucking stick, man. They don't fucking get any love from this fucking country, bro. They
No.
should fucking
No.
they should be held up as fucking heroes and be held up. They should be getting millions of
They
dollars
get
when they
fucked
come
over
back, man.
sometimes, Nick.
It's too
They
many
get fucked
ungrateful
over.
pieces of shits in this fucking world. That's what it is. So
Imagine
many of
going
us are
to the
ungrateful.
VA, you fought for your country, and they're like, we can't help you. Oh,
Right.
really? There's these sounds in my head because you know why? I got you threw me into fucking Vietnam or you threw me into any war and I got all these bombs going off in my fucking head. Not to mention, I'm sitting in fucking whatever kind of disease fucking place that I'm getting malaria or some new disease that's going to come out because I'm fucking sitting in the woods.
Gonorrhea 2.0.
Yeah.
don't want that
like,
shit.
dude, like, listen.
Why are they not
that-
paid? Why are they not
Oh,
paid for the rest of their lives? $100,000 minimum. Like you went to
Easy.
war, you're getting $100 grand
Yeah.
for the rest of your life.
You
Like
should
I
get
understand
money.
if you enlist and you don't go see any action or anything like that, then you are okay. You go out and get a job, you know, live a normal life. You know, you enlisted.
If you
didn't
work
fucking
1
go to
year
war. But
in a war,
motherfucker, you
actually
shoot a
go.
gun. You shoot a gun in war and you're getting shot at, and you fucking see people getting fucking exploded.
you get money.
That's the least health insurance for the
But
rest of
don't
your
tell
life,
me they don't have the
fucking
money.
everything, right? These poor people on the fucking streets. And it's like, Jesus Christ, guys. And that's how you know that nobody gives a fuck about you. Because we still go to
No.
wars. How does war still exist in this
Yes, it
fucking
is.
planet, man?
Yeah, man.
And then there's these poor people on the fucking streets, like starving to death.
There's
with
some of them
mental
are
illness
VAs.
from fucking war. And they don't give
Right.
a fuck about them.
Yeah, how
Not a
does it?
flying fuck.
You're right. How does it still exist in this fucking time we
And you
live
know
in
what-
now?
you know
There
what's
shouldn't be no
funny?
wars. There should be no people starving. It just makes no
Right.
sense, man.
Right.
I mean,
Too much greed, man.
we don't know. Like we see it on TV, like right now with all the crime up and stuff like that. That some of these bums that are left on the street, some of them honestly might be just VA vets that are fucked up in the head. And you know what I mean? They still think they're in the bushes And then you let them live on the street homeless. If you actually would have fucking brought back, and listen, some need to be put in a home and set up like that. They can't be out in the street anymore because it's just that messed up. Those guys should get money and the ones that are fucked up that you could give money and fucking and let them live on their own. And then there's ones that are, it's like Nick said, if you didn't do anything and you came back, yeah, you could get a regular job. You'd be all right. You didn't go through any of that stuff. But the rest of them, this is why I say, yo, they don't give a fuck about it. It's the same what you said with the vaccine now. Dude, they don't give a fuck. They'll make the rule, whatever, and we have to fucking follow it because they have the army behind them and everything else. Because the funny thing is, their army is our people. I used to say this all the time. I'm like, yo, I says everybody thinks, oh, the rich is this. That's why they do the left and the right and all these fucking news things. Because you know why? There's more of us than them, and that's why they do it. And if we actually got together and said, yo, your army is really my people, you fuck. They come from all of our neighborhoods and fucking is. But we don't, because then you're like, oh, it's a revolution and shit like that. But some of this shit got to be like, yo, it's really fucking like nuts what you're doing. And wars and stuff. Dude, we're going to watch we get into the Ukraine thing. Watch we get into this shit. Watch. And then people like us and nephews and cousins and all this stuff is got to go fucking fight this shit. And we're like, for what? For what? Like, you know what I mean? You come home to tell a fucking, you were brave. Yeah, great. You were brave. And listen, if I had to go to war, I would do the same thing. But if I come home and I'm like, no, yeah. What did I get out of this shit? I got my dick blown off. That's all I got. You know? You know, my father tells stories all the time with the VA thing. And he doesn't talk about Vietnam because he doesn't want to talk about that stuff because he goes, dude, it sucked. He goes, it sucked. That's what it was. He goes, you're in the fucking woods and fucking fighting people. And let me tell you something. You're fighting. He goes, dude, you don't think I didn't see it in those Vietnamese in their eyes and who you fought that they didn't want to fight either, man. They're like, yo, man, they're regular people just like us. And their government made them fucking fight. Like, you know, and they just, what do? That's what wars are. They put two people. I bet you, if you sat over there with the Al-Qaeda and ISIS and all them, and you sat there with generally their people, not their leaders, and said like this, I'm like, why are you doing this? They don't want to do this shit. Like, you know what I mean? They're like, I got to do this, or this fucking rich bastard's got the power to kill my whole fucking family. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And that's really the truth. That's why they're easy to break sometimes when you talk to them, because they're like, yo, man, I don't want to be part of this. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's sad. It really is. And you're right, Nick. 2022, and we're still fucking like it's amazing. What is this over? These wars.
Two people that are shooting at each other on the field could be best fucking friends in real life, man. Without those fucking guns in their hands. Yeah. All the people on the field. If everybody put their guns down and went over and started talking to each other, they'd be fine with each other. Because all the soldiers aren't hateful people. They're there to protect their country. They're there to serve their fucking country. Like, even like Russia, right? If Russia's going into Ukraine, most of those guys are probably like, fuck, man, like, why are we invading Ukraine? Like, I know a lot of the people in there. Like,
my family, some of there,
for crying out loud. I have friends in fucking Ukraine. I don't want to kill these fucking people.
Yeah. It's the truth. Dude, I put it on a lower level of like, even like when we were kids and you fought other neighbors, and then all of a sudden we played softball, and all of a sudden you got to know someone, and you're like, oh shit, you guys are just like us. Like, you know what I mean? Like, like we hated Jews. Like, they embedded in your heads, like, as like, I don't know, it's just like the way you grow up, and like then with war, you're like, I'm supposed to hate. Dude, I remember in like the 80s, we were supposed to hate Russia. Like, I was like, I don't even know why we're hating them. Like, yo, they made a fucking movie of Rocky with Drago. Like, everybody saw Drago, you want to knock his head off. Like, you know?
Right. Like, fuck Drago.
Like, why
dude, Rocky, Sylvester Stallone, out of all people, put a movie together where everybody changed their opinion of each other. He basically ended the Cold War.
Yeah, right.
You know, like,
fuck
like if I could change,
you could change too.
Dude,
there was a little bit speech, but it worked.
It just doesn't make any sense. It really boggles my mind, and like, I don't know. People, I don't know.
Think about
there's no easy way out.
Yeah.
There's no easy way out. No shortcut home. No shortcut home. I'm gonna play that.
One of the greatest workout CDs ever.
Oh yeah, dude. I used to work out to that all the time when I was younger, bro.
You did. You're like, I'm gonna run a mountain. Then you get out there, you're like, I gotta go back. I don't know what I was thinking.
I'm going back inside and listening to this in my earphones on my bed.
This long lasted 3 minutes, so did my workout.
Trainer told me one time, and this is hysterical. And Trainer knows how to work out, so he goes, "Yo, man, you know what you got to do?" I go, "What?" He goes, "Yo, put rocks." And Rocco used to say it too. Put rocks in your book bag and run with it. I was like, "All right, Trainer, I'll try." To get things. So I did it one day. I was like, "Fuck Mike Trainer. This guy he's either set me up or he's an asshole." My back was fucking killing me for a week because the weight on that fucking thing. I'm like, you know what? Fuck your old school fucking training methods.
Yeah. Instead of putting like a 5-pound rock there, you went to like fucking 85-pound rocks. You just put a whole bunch of
I went with
boulders in
big
your book
boulders,
bag.
like, because I'm retarded.
Your Jan sport was fucking ripping.
You can't. I'll admit, my brothers say it all the time. It's like when you talk to me, like my brother. I'll tell you a funny story. When we had these wet flies, one time got bad in the basement. So I was like, we came. A friend of mine came over. This guy Jimmy Daly, and he was like, "Yo, man, you know what you got to do? You got to bomb this thing and get this." And I heard it, but like, and then my brother goes, when he saw Jimmy, he said afterwards, like, "What did you say to my fucking brother?" And he goes. He's like, "Why? What are you talking about?" He goes, "You told him to do this stuff." But he goes, "Dude, how did you tell him? You have to be," and what you do, you have to tell me. You told him to bomb the shit out of this, and he did it. He goes, "What the hell happened?" He goes, he went down the basement. He bought 12 of these big bombs.
Oh, shit.
He goes, "Dude, where you said you only need," he goes, "Dude, I told him to get him a couple, maybe 6 tomorrow." He goes, "Well, this dickhead bought 12. And he lit it all off. And fucking had a mask on, and all of a sudden it started getting crazy. Fucking smoke everywhere. I couldn't even, like, the last few I lit up. I remember I come running up the stairs, and my brother just got off work. He comes in, and I come diving out of smoke in the basement, fucking thing. And I said, "Shut the door, duct tape it." I was like coughing because I went too far with it, dude. Did I not kill? I killed every fucking thing down there. Everything, whatever was living down there was dead. We didn't go down there for a week.
You're not supposed to bomb the whole East Coast. Like it's just your fucking. It's like one basement, dude.
He says that.
You're also supposed to not breathe any of that in at all.
I breathe some of it in.
No wonder. Now it makes sense.
I had to get out of there. I realized because it's a big size basement, so the back ones weren't getting to the front. So I lit off about 8. The last 4 I just chucked up in the air because I couldn't see shit. I fucking was like, "Yo, it got crazy." I was like this, and I remember, man, like, yo, we duct taped the doors because, like, yo, it was coming out of the, like, I was like, and my brother was like, "What did you do?" I was like, "Jimmy Daly told me to do this," and he goes, "I've got to talk to this," and he went and talked to me. He goes, "Dude, everyone was like, I didn't say it like that." He goes, "Dude," and which is true. My brother goes, "Dude, when you talk to my brother, Mike, you have to tell him exactly the directions you're gonna do, because that dumb fuck will go fucking. I will be like, I got it. I blew up. Like, I'll look afterwards. Like, now you tell me.
You bombed the whole neighborhood.
Whole block. I did. I blew up the whole.
I think my parents bombed the house with fleas one time. I think we had fleas back in the day. I remember leaving for like a day, and then we come back in the house and shit. Or it must have been like maybe it was even just 8 hours or some shit.
Dude, when I do things, like, my father calls up from Florida, so he goes like this. He goes, "What did you do? What did you do?" I said, "Dad, I got rid of the fucking mouses. There won't be a mouse in the entire area coming this way because fucking I put up traps everywhere."
We could do this the easy way or the Malarsic way.
My way. I was like, dude, it was crazy how many of them went off because I was like, I would yell. I would talk to them because I knew they were in the house. I was like, "You're all gonna die if you don't leave."
I heard people. The whole neighborhood was like, "This ain't 4th of July. What the fuck's going on next door?" But anyway,
you want to hear crazy?
Do we got any other topics to discuss, or is that it?
I think we had one more.
If there's not one more, then you can tell your story, Mellerzo. Otherwise,
Epstein.
Who's the guy that died? Like, what's the name of the new guy?
What, the Epstein guy?
Yeah.
Do you have the name of the guy? Like, I know, like, I didn't know they arrested another guy. I know they was like the woman. Didn't she go to jail too? His pimp, whatever the hell it is. You know, the one that's what's that called? When like you have a you're the thing.
Accomplice?
Like, not accomplice. That's like the the fucking term. I'm talking about in the game. They call it a pimp, like you know what I mean, like a hostess or whatever, like you know.
I don't know, but the guy that we're talking about now is like one of Epstein's like good friends, Jean-Luc Brunel. He was in jail for a while, and then all of a sudden the cameras weren't working, obviously, and they said he killed himself in prison. I'm like, come on, man. Like, are we gonna fucking like just accept this? Everybody knows it's not true. We know there's some big organization that is in control, and they're fucking like killing all their loose ends right now. They don't want it to be out, no doubt. Like, how do and we're just accepting of this? Come on, man.
It's the rich. They can like underneath.
Exactly. They're fucking
I
making
will
their
say
problems
this.
go away.
This guy was a friend of Epstein's.
Yeah.
Got to be in the connection of it.
Yeah.
And now he killed himself. I mean,
he
maybe
was in jail for basically the same shit. Yeah. And then he killed himself
funny?
again. Come on, man.
I watched a documentary on this, like the last time when you talked about Epstein. I don't remember the guy's name. Like, unless I see a picture of the guy, then maybe I'd be like, oh, when I watched, and it was a good documentary. But like, listen, I said this one time, and like people got fucking like, listen, I have a different opinion on things. Like, you know, I think of the whole picture. I look at it like Epstein, he's a dirty piece of shit. I agree with that. He should fucking went to jail and die and fucking all that. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is that all these girls that come on the fucking thing, like, yo, man, for one thing, where's your head at? Where's your fucking head at that you're going over some old man's thing? They're like, what you think was going to happen? Like, oh, I'm going to pay you $200 to do what? Just massage at a fucking teenager? And I get it. You're younger. But listen, we were fucking 14, 15, 16 years old. We weren't that fucking dumb. If you told me I was going over a dude's house to get paid $200 to fucking massage him, I'm like, yo, suck a dick. I ain't fucking doing this shit. What?
You'd be surprised.
To do what?
Some were too gullible, man. Some of them are too gullible, though.
Some people
to be honest.
No, they see the money.
People are stupid.
So a lot of them didn't come with like they came from like broken homes and shit.
It's always
so
broken
they targeted them for a fucking reason. You know what I mean?
Right.
There must be.
They were vulnerable. They were vulnerable. That's all it is. But yeah, I get your point too. Like, how can you be that stupid?
Because I don't understand the weak-minded. I don't understand the weak-minded. That's my problem with things where I'm like, I would never like Sandusky and stuff like that. Like, yo, if the dude came to me in the locker room and he's like, hey man, suck my dick or you're off the team, I'm off the team. Like, yo,
here's my
if
jersey.
I'm good to play at Penn State, then I'm good enough to go play somewhere else. Like, you know what I mean? And they're like, oh, you don't know. It was like 80s and the 90s. Suck a dick. It could be the fucking 50s. I'm not sucking this old man's dick to fucking be on Penn State. Like, you know what I mean? I'm already here. That means I'm a talented player or whatever the hell it is. Like
or
I just don't understand. And I get it. We meet people. Like you've met people in our lives that you just say, oh, I can see this guy. He's like, or this guy's like, you can see they're very weak-minded. Like some people you meet, you're like, wow, I don't think they could go through that. Like, you know what I mean? Like
they would break. They would break. I guess.
Yeah, they would break. Whereas, like, listen, I'm not
experience.
saying that we wouldn't break, but you would have to do a shitload of like I would probably like me and Raz joked around one time. Imagine they fucking kidnapped us in the country. We'd be sitting there getting beaten every day. And like, why? There's no money coming, you assholes. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, like,
yeah, right.
I just, you know what it is? It's the women in the fucking Epstein thing that I'm like, wait a minute. I get it. If you cry wolf the first time you went, I get that because it's like, oh, you got tricked, whatever. But it's the ones that were like, well, he paid through my school, so I stayed to keep doing it. Then you don't get to cry wolf. No. You whacked him off for fucking 5 years and had sex with him. No crying wolf. You got what you wanted out of the deal.
I agree with that.
Stop with these women where they're like, oh my God, it was like all of them like after like even the fucking Hugh Hefner thing. I like you can say whatever you want. Dude, you know the game that you're getting into when you go to that fucking mansion. What'd you think was happening? What'd you think?
Of course.
Huh? What'd you think? It was fucking it was Playland? Huh? You know what I mean? Like, oh shit, we're gonna ride the horses and shit. No, You're gonna suck some dick, you're gonna do some weird shit, and this is the fucking thing. Listen, I would never bitch if I signed up for it. I would never bitch if I was like, you know what? I can't say anything. I signed up for this fucking crap. I gotta fucking fulfill my fucking contract on this fucking shit. Like, you know what I mean? You know? But everyone's like, how could you think of that? Because like, why do we have to feel for every fucking victim and person in life? Why?
Because you have a good heart.
Some of these stories are like, listen, if you got kidnapped and forced it, that's different. But you on your own intentions could have walked out at any moment and said, fuck it this.
Right. Yeah. I know.
You know what it is? When you're young, and I get it. You know how many times we used to think, oh, we do this, and you're like, oh, I remember one time dudes were like, yo, let's rob a bank. And I was like, yo, and we're like, dude, you know what's funny? It would have got us like 10 grand, and we thought 10 grand was the world. And we're like, now you're like, dude, 10 grand? We would have went to jail for how many years for a lousy 10 fucking grand or like $500? Like, you know what I mean? Like stupid shit.
Yeah, dumb shit. Yeah.
I mean, it's just, does it change anything that these people are pieces of shit? No, they are. And I love how people are shocked about it. I love it when they're always like, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening. What?
What were you brought up?
It happens all the time. It's crazy people. I don't understand why you think because you have, this is what is a problem as us as a society. I don't know why it's embedded in people's head that when you have money or you get money and you were poor or whatever, you become, all of a sudden you become some person that everyone's like, wow, I can't believe that he did that. Like he's a role model. No, he's still the same scumbag he was, even if he didn't have money. Like, why do you think that these people, why? Because they're smarter. Epstein, how he scammed the thing and made money. Good for him on that. But he was a fucking weirdo, you fucking, like his whole life. Like
a scumbag, a weirdo with money. That's all it is.
Dude,
that's all the thing. Power.
It's like Michael Jackson. Yo, it is. It's crazy how people like, I cannot believe that this person did this. Why? Because he makes money. There's weirdos that make money. Dude, I've been saying it our whole lives. Like, just because we're watching on TV and all these people are in power and stuff like that, let me tell you something. None against you traders, like all of our friends. But because we were connected and we'd have networking with jobs, we would put certain of our friends in positions that we're like, yo, what up? And he's a retard. You know what I mean? Like, you know? So
yeah, like how do you
think it happens on that level?
That's the answer. Like if you ever ask like somebody like how'd this motherfucker get this job? That's the reason right there.
It's definitely the reason. We say it all the time. Like, yo, how did this dude like even ones that you're like, that dude to cop? Oh my God, he's gonna be the worst cop ever. Like, you know what I mean? Or whatever.
I bet
like,
they say that about some doctors too. Like he's a doctor.
For real. Dude, you know what's funny? When they come out with all these things, and I said this even with the eye, when the eye thing, because everyone's like, why don't you get it? You're blind as fuck. I'm like, because you know why? I was like, listen, these people are us growing up like anyone else. They went to school, they learned stuff. This is something new. They don't fucking know what the defects of this shit is. They're gonna find out in 20 years. They invented the fucking thing for their eyes, or it's just like this fucking other stuff, like with what's going on now with the corona, the Mari. They don't even know what the name is.
Are you talking about the LASIK surgery?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I had that like fucking like in 2002 when it first came out. It's my eyes are still dope.
Yeah, but you had to get it done again. Yeah, but I'm saying
I never got it done a second time. I never got it done a second time.
I didn't get it because I didn't want to get it. Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is there are human beings, doctors. They don't know it all. They don't know it all.
Yeah, no,
like, you know
I see your point.
Nobody.
Yeah, I see your point.
Dude, I've seen, like, you know what's funny? Like, everyone thinks they, like, especially when you're young, especially girls, they're like, oh my God, I want to suck a dick of a doctor and a lawyer. You know how many lawyers and doctors make no money because they really are not good at what they do? Like, you know what I mean? I know a lot of people that are like, wow, that's not a lot of money. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, because you suck. Like, that's why. You have to be good at what you do. You just, everyone goes like, yo, it's funny that we all go to school and stuff like that. And they tell us, yo, I'm going to become a doctor. I'm going to become a lawyer. You get through the bar test, all that stuff. And then all of a sudden you realize like, yo, I'm really not that smart. Like,
well, listen, that's the story of the podcast, man. If you're not that if you're a doctor or a cop, you're just probably not that bright because we know you. So
people are getting jobs.
So we just want to thank special guest Larson coming on this week. We went over our time.
I'm not done yet.
We went about like
on the street.
an hour and a half at least, and he's still talking. But Nick, where can people find us? All that deal. Where can they find Larson?
You can find us on our website, the BBONY. What's the rest of it, Mike?
Say it with me now. And the mixituppod.com. Check it out, man. It's all on our fucking Twitter handles. Just go click the link and check out the website, man. It's the vault in here. You see some crazy videos.
What is the website?
The www.bbonygpodcast and the mixituppodcast.com.
That's right. I'm typing it in right now.
It's
Hold
a
on, give me-
long, it's a long fucking sentence. It's gonna take you like a whole nother episode to fucking type that all in.
I didn't
And have
type
some
it in
Irish
right. I didn't
oatmeal.
type it in right, like many of our other followers probably.
So
I
just
got
click
that.
the
Did you
link,
promo
man.
the McCann's? Is it
I
McCann's?
did. Then we also got McCann's oatmeal that's been out
Irish
for
oatmeal.
200 years, and he just discovered it fucking couple days ago. So everybody go have McCann's fucking
McCann's.
oatmeal, McCann's Irish oatmeal.
It's
All right.
brand new to me.
That's
If
it.
it's brand new in your head, it's brand new.
That's true. If you find something, other people's trash is another person's treasure.
True.
With that, we
Champion
out
Trish just came
on the
out.
Mix It Up podcast. Peace.